in Israel, we want to extend the conversation there by welcoming the former mayor of Shiloh, Israel, David Rubin, to the program right now. And David, it's good to see you. And I really wanted to kind of start this conversation on something we've been talking about the last few days of our coverage, whether the United States and Israel in this conflict are on the same page. Like the Wall Street Journal has a story out this morning that they're at odds over duration and conditions for ending the war. But what would you say?
I can tell you what I know, which is that there has been extraordinary coordination between President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu, between CENTCOM and the Israeli military leadership. The coordination has been remarkable, and that's one reason why this operation has been so effective.
So what then do you think the conditions are for ending the war?
Well, there are goals. There are goals that need to be accomplished. The main two goals are truly obliterating the nuclear program, the nuclear weapons program that Iran has been engaged on for decades now. Yes, a dent was put in it, a serious dent in June, but it didn't wipe it out. And they still have all that enrichment material up to 60%. And nobody enriches uranium up to 60% if they're not going for a nuclear bomb. The second thing is the ballistic missiles program. That has to be obliterated as well. The ballistic missiles include the research to acquire intercontinental long-range ballistic missiles, and those missiles are intended to reach Europe, to reach the United States. So that has to be stopped as well. There is absolute full agreement between the United States and Israel on those two major goals of this operation. The third goal, of course, is to remove the regime, or at least enable the conditions, create the conditions through military action that would make it possible for the Iranian people to replace the regime. I would say those are the three main goals. Once you do all of those things, and you hurt the regime in Iran very, very strongly, and hurt them economically as well, then you have the conditions created through which the Iranian people can rise up.
Okay, so two-part question to wrap this up then. Do you think the regime in Tehran will survive this conflict? And the second part that I was very curious about, because we've had so much coverage in Lebanon in recent days, is whether the active conflict between the state of Israel and Hezbollah might continue even when the war with Iran ends.
Well, the active conflict will continue, of course. Because, look, the war can end in Iran, but if the regime is not replaced, then they're going to continue arming their proxies. And Hezbollah is one of their main proxies. So yeah, as President Trump said, there are differences between American interests and Israeli interests. They're not always exactly the same thing. Even though the overall goals, we are totally in sync. But the Hezbollah is a proxy of Iran. Hamas is a proxy of Iran, which is also funded heavily by countries like Qatar. But Hezbollah is totally an Iranian creation. So once the regime in Iran is defeated, then Hezbollah will also fizzle away.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.